Okay, YouTube, Lone Wolf here. Just a short vlog, just out for a little ride on a Friday afternoon, trying to catch the last little bits of sun before a downpour at the weekend. It's going to be catastrophic. Thought I'd just take this time to give a little background onto why I've started blogging. Well, basically I've been riding for a long time. The Lone Wolf, well, that's derived from the fact that I do ride on my own an awful lot. I do have colleagues and friends I ride with, but a lot of the times when I'm vlogging I'll be out on my own. And the Wolf, well, as you can tell from these dulcet black country tones, that's the part of the world I'm from and proud of it. So I've been riding for a long time. I come back to it probably 12-15 years back. Rode dozens and dozens of bikes. You may have seen hopefully another one I did, a video I did on when we did a tour up into France in June 2019. Since then I haven't really done anything with the videoing, but I retired last year and decided I'd put a little bit more effort into riding on the weekends in the week, and therefore I thought, why not have a little dabble and see what I can come up with. I've not got the ultimate equipment yet. I thought I'd just use basically what I've got, which is an old GoPro 4 and an old V15. I've got a Verb as well, which I use, and see how far we get. At the moment I'm just riding towards a place called Cotswold Wood. We're probably going to have a little wander down the A5 past Weston Park, and then out on the 41 towards Newport. Little run down through the lanes, probably turn around and come back. I don't know anywhere to stop today, probably not. As I say, it's generally a bit of a trip out just to be honest, to get back on the bike. It's been a week now since I've been on the bike. I had a fantastic ride out the other week with my friend Tony. We went out to Llandovery, to the Old Nest. Would have been a great video if the camera had worked, but alas, it didn't. So some of the vistas that I had were lost. Never mind, we'll do it again. Maybe not before the winter, but you never know. On a good clear day, an early morning short, could be off, because that's the place I do like to ride, down that neck of the woods. I do enjoy it. As I say, I've been riding a long time. I've done my IAM, done my advanced, spent a year learning, well, after I passed my test, learning the route. Then I did my masters, passed my IAM masters with distinction, enjoyed that. And then I went into doing a bit of observing, did some of that, got to a national standard. But then unfortunately COVID arrived, and that was kind of like the end of that, really. Nobody could do anything. I actually moved house, moved away from Ensford, where I used to live, moved over to Wolverhampton. And the Lichfield group I was in, it's not far, but all the associates tended to be over that way. So I'd got a 30-40 minute ride to reach them. And in the end I thought, well, now. So I haven't really done any observing for a good 12 months. Still would do, given if the right occasion arises, but at the moment I'm quite happy to turtle out on my own. As you can see, I ride a GS 1250. A Bumblebee, black and yellow, 40th anniversary edition. I like it. It's my third one. I did stray for a while. and an F900 XR, an S1000 XR. S1000 XR lethal. Beautiful piece of kit, but boy oh boy oh boy, does it make you want to go. And unfortunately, getting on in years like me, I felt that it was probably a bit too much. So what did I do? Traded for an F900 XR. Bit of a mistake. Never jolted the bike. It was top of the range one as well, but I found it had awful suspension. The dive on the front forks was horrendous. Seat was rock hard. You know, 30 mile into a ride, and boy, you felt it. So went into Motorrad Wolverhampton. Was checking out a new seat for the 900 XR. I thought that'll help. We'll come out the shop with this 40th edition GS, and I love my GS's. I've got to be honest, I should never have strayed. I love them. Might for some people, but to be fair, for what I want to do, it's the ideal piece of kit. So enjoy the ride for a while, and we'll talk a bit later. Okay, so we just gone past Weston Park. A lot of people, you probably know it. I'm on North Bradford. Beautiful grounds. Many years ago, when I was first becoming an alarm engineer, I used to service the alarm there and check all the alarm system, and some fine paintings we used to protect. Anyway, now I think it's quite a few venue for a lot of things. Camper vans, famous Speed Festival, which hasn't happened for a while, but there's always something going on. And no speed restriction down there means you have to do 30. There's quite often a van just sat down there on the right or the left, quite diligently looking out for you. So we'll be a good boy and do what we're told to do, and then once we pass, hopefully get a bit of a spurt on and nip down towards Newport. Degrees, it's cloudy over a little bit coming past Weston Park. I'm not going to see any wet stuff. No, GS is immaculately clean, and I prefer not to have the hose pipe and stuff out on it tomorrow. It's going to tip down the rain again tomorrow, but we'll see. 41, they're a bit of a pain. I'll just scratch this one. See if we can settle into a nice rhythm. I always think when you're riding, if you've got nice rhythm going, it's how you enjoy your ride. Nice and relaxed, relax on the bars, let your body do the work. Well, I do. Movement to your legs, your body, squeezing the tank, just a bit of weight on the footrest now and again, just to manoeuvre it. I think that's why I like the Jess so much, it's so tractable. It really does help you ride. I say I've had various bikes. I had R1. Beautiful piece of kit, but again, so leery. I suppose we've all got to do these things in our life, we've all got to try things. And a KTM 690 Super Duke, very early one. Supermoto, that was quite fun, but you wouldn't have gone any distance on it, much past 20 mile and that was it. I had a VFR 800 VTEC. I liked that bike and I used it around it quite a lot, but as I say, one day the grey mist descended over me and it got traded for an R1, and to be fair, I hardly rode the old one. I spent more time polishing it, looking at it, than I did riding it. It just got to the site where I weren't sure. I tried everything, changed the tyres and everything. Probably my capabilities at that time, I hadn't done any really rider training since coming back to bikes, so that prompted me to think, should I do something? Anyways, got rid of the R1. I tried it for the Z1000 Kawasaki, the fish with the fishtail pipes, but the naked version. Lovely piece of kit. But again, naked, and I weren't sure, I had just that little bit of wind protection I thought I needed. And also, you could hit 30 mile an hour in 6 gear. It was, the gear was so low, beautiful for playing with, but you know, buzzy revving all the while. So in the end, that got traded, and I bought my first BMW, a brand new K1300S. 30th anniversary job, red and white. What a piece of kit that was. I love that bike. Did me IAM on it, passed me advanced on it. Beautiful, loved it to pieces. And I would have kept it, and in times now I wished I had done, I wished I'd thought about it and just kept, had enough money or enough sense to think, I'll keep this and leave it in the garage and not trade it. But what happened was, you know, it's like you go in the BMW dealers, the salesman are pretty good. Kind of instigated that it was being stopped being produced, so immediately it was stopped being produced, I'd lose £1,000. Well, nobody wants to do that anyway, do they? So I decided to swap it. What did I swap it for? An R1200 RS. Again, lovely bike, boxer engine. That's what really got me into the boxer engines, but I never could gel with it. At the same time, doing the IAM, I decided I'd have two bikes, why not? I'd have one for doing my observing on, and one for my Sunday rides. So I bought one of the very first Tracer 900, and it was a nice piece of bike, but again, first edition, first thing they release. There's always a few quibbles, and I noticed after 12 months there was quite a lot of rust, even though I'm meticulous with it, a lot of things not right. Again, suspension was all over the place, so I thought, right, this is no good, two bikes is no good, we'll go back to one. So in the end I sold both of them and had my first GS, a 1200 red one, and I loved it, did loads of miles on it, did my masters on it. All in all, a lovely piece of kit. And then I thought, done a few miles and I just needed to be changed, so I thought I'll swap it, and I swapped it for another GS, black one of the very first ones with the TFT dash, 12 one with a TFT dash, electronic suspension, and that's what I went to France on. I run it in basically a week before we went, and I went to France and rode that, and I had a fantastic time, me and my friend Bob. Come back, and that was my bike, and I thought I'll never swap that. And then again, as it happens, the red mist, the 1000 XR, and that was the end of that. Anyway, we're back now on the GS, and this is the sticking bike. Should stay with this one for quite a while. It does everything I wanted to do, and I'm quite happy with it. I've done about 9,000 now, nearly 10,000 on it, so it is getting used. And as I say, since retiring last year, although I do go back to work now and again, I do a little bit, I get more time to ride in the week, hence nice Friday afternoon for a couple of hours. Traffic's a bit busy, but I'm out in the fresh air, so can't really complain. Okay folks, so you turn off the A41, popped onto the B5062. This is a nice little ride out to Shrewsbury if you want to come this way. It's quite popular now, I think, with bikers. I found it by mistake, but you turn off and then you just come down, I say, into this the edge of Newport, the village area, and then we're off past Rowden and up to Rowden and the Harper Adams College, the agricultural college, and it's a decent road. Used to be 60 to be fair, but of late they've dropped it down to 50, so it's not national anymore. 60 in places, but it's a nice little gentle, if you know what I mean, it warms you up for a good day out. Get you moving on the bike, get you supple. So we'll get on down here a little bit, come to the island, turn right, and then I'll shut up and let you have a little look at the road, see what you think. The B5062. Somewhere, I think there is a cafe, but whether or not it's open or not, I don't know. Might be, yeah. Let's see if we can get a cup of tea. Okay. Nice cup of tea. I'm back now, short ride home. A41. Not sure how long the famous battery will last. I did change it, but it looks like the one I put in is not up to the mark. So we'll see. I hope you enjoyed the short vlog, sorry. Look out for me. I'll be doing quite a few more. As I say, when I get out into Wales, I love the valleys and the lakes, Lake Brian, Elan Valley and all that. So have a look on the channel. Ivan Weston, the Lone Wolf Rides. So before the battery goes flat, I'll say goodbye, but remember two things. Firstly, whatever you do it the best you possibly can. And secondly, and most importantly, be careful out there. This is Lone Wolf, signing off. Bye for now.